What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another review for Monday Night Raw. This one is from January 15th, 1996. We're going to get right into it like we always do, except for me saying that and that and this and that and that. But, anyways, besides that, we're going to get straight into it. This Raw starts off with a match between Marty Jannetty and Owen Hart. Not really much to talk about for this match before they go to commercial. Never really picks up. Marty hits a couple of moves, but when he gets Owen back inside after being on the apron, Owen flips him into a pinning maneuver for the win. These guys don't really have much of a reason to be wrestling each other besides the fact that they're both in the Rumble, I guess. Two other guys that they announced for the Rumble, or at least in a returning manner, is Tatanka, who we haven't seen in a while, and Jake the Snake Roberts is also making a return. We haven't seen him at least since starting these reviews in 1993, and Vader is also going to be making his debut at the Rumble, along with other guys like Shawn, Bulldog, Diesel. This Rumble match is stacking up nicely, but like I always say, leave it to WWF to ruin a good potential match. Next, we see the first of the hot, sunny vignettes where she tells us that
everybody likes it. Raw.
So if that doesn't get you excited for Raw, I don't know what will. The next match on the show is between Ringmaster and Matt Hardy. I wonder if guys who started off as jobbers like Matt Hardy still have the attire from that time. Because at the time, if you think about it, they were probably just happy to have that stuff because it was the only thing that they had. Someone go ask them on Twitter. I mean, I guess I could, but I don't want to risk getting blocked. Anyways, Ringmaster picks up the win by submission with the $1 Million Dream, aka the Sleeper Hold. Then we get another sob video for Shawn Michaels, but these type of videos are going to be over soon as he's going to be making his comeback at the Rumble. I mean, come on, this pay-per-view has the chance to be the best pay-per-view of the year, if not of all time, because we also have Bret Hart versus Undertaker for the WWF title, and the Rumble is pretty stacked compared to the previous years that we've gotten, at least since 93. I know 1992 was like one of the best Rumbles, but 96, I mean, it has the potential with the guys that are in it. Then we see Doc Hendricks in the back telling us that Racer Ramon is close to arriving to the building, and Racer is hot about what Goldust has been saying about him, so he's gonna confront him when he gets here. I mean, isn't this his job? Why isn't Racer Ramon already there? Then, coming back from commercial, we are already into a match between the Smoking Guns and some jobbers. They pick up the win with their double team leg drop. They will be facing the Body Donnas at the Royal Rumble. To this point, I don't think we've seen the other half of the Body Donnas, or have we? I don't know. Maybe we have, but I can't remember. My point being is, why are they getting a title shot out of nowhere? Well, I guess we're going to be seeing a little bit more of Sunny, so that's good. After this, we have the interview in the ring with Goldust and Vince. Vince asks if he's serious about what he's been saying about Racer Ramon. Goldust asks Vince if he's got another microphone in his pocket or if he's just happy to see him. Goldust also says that he wants a Racer more than anyone would want another person. Jerry calls him a queer. Vince is packing a mic-sized boner in his pants, and Doc is telling us that Racer has arrived, hopefully in more ways than one.
I'll tell you what I like. Razor Ramon has just pulled in. When he comes, I'm going to attempt to get a word with him.
Uh-oh. Something's fixing to go down here tonight on Raw.
This is some great TV. I'm hooked. Next, we have Isaac Yankum DDS taking on The Undertaker. I don't know if it was just me, but in certain light, in certain camera angles, these two guys look like they could pass off for brothers. Again, I think it's just me, but kind of see the resemblance here. Getting into the match, they both end up on the outside as Paul Bearer gets close with the chain as Undertaker feeds off the power of the urn. Since this is Jerry's guy, the King tries to steal the chain, but Taker sees this and tries to stop him, but Jerry runs away. As he is distracted, Isaac takes control and rams him into the ring post. Isaac hits a couple of elbows to keep Taker down. Then he picks him up to try for a tombstone, but they cut to Doc Hendricks in the back, and we miss how Taker gets out of it. But when we come back, Undertaker nails the tombstone on the dentist for the win. They quickly throw again back to where Doc is interviewing Goldust, but Racer interrupts and beats him down. But Goldust nails Razor in the groin to get him off. And then a little bit later, we see some officials checking on Razor. Goldust tries to sneak away after gathering his stuff from the locker room, but Razor catches him and continues to beat him down. To the outside, they go and they continue beating each other up in the snow. Goldust sends him into the side of a trailer, then gets in a car and drives away. You can't even defend Goldust here because he technically has been harassing Razor. At this point, it's not even the Razor's a homophobe, so you can see why he would be angry. But WWF really going into it with the gay storyline here. There's no innuendo or alluding to the fact that Goldust might be gay. They're just outright stating it as a fact now that that is what it is. So we will see how they continue this because at the Royal Rumble, Goldust is facing Racer for the Intercontinental Championship the way any love story on TV would play out. Man loves man, but man does not love him back. Man versus man for the championship at the pay per view to settle the dispute. A classic love story that we've seen play out on TV for generations and generations. That does it for the review though. This Raw is going to get a good grade. Something I forgot to mention, and it was because I didn't really pay attention, but this was actually the go home show for the Rumble. I don't know if they mentioned that, but yeah, this is what they did for the go home show because, like I mentioned, I was actually into most of this show, and the Royal Rumble basically sells itself. I mean, unless they gave us all jobber matches like they did in previous years, or no real build to any of the other matches, but they did just enough to get a passable grade here. Owen versus Marty wasn't that noteworthy, especially because these guys could probably put on a better match than they had on this show. But we also see Steve Austin making his in ring debut, Sonny with some great segments, Taker getting a clean win against a big man that can actually work before his title match at the pay per view, and the whole storyline with Goldust and Racer is interesting, at least for me. So I'm looking forward to see how they play this out. I'm not familiar with this storyline exactly like how it turned out and how they tiptoe the line of being politically correct, or maybe they just say fuck it and go way over the line and offend everybody. Either way, it makes for some interesting television if I do say so myself. But with all that being said, I'm out. Catch you guys on the next one. I'll let you know what I thought of the Rumble on the next review.